everybody, and welcome back to Multiplex Movie Melee. And we have an exciting match in trios. This match, we have the grumpy old men, Jeremy the Atom Adams, Brian the MacGuffin Michaels, and Tony the Tiger Durso. They're great going up against Rodents of unusual sizes, Will the Virtuoso Cohen, Matthew the Miracle Chen, and Javi the Madman Madden. On the desk with me, we have Dylan Vicious Van Thine. Dylan, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well. Yeah, I think these are two very, very strong teams. In their last performance, we haven't seen them in a bit, but in their last performance, Grumpy Old Men played, I think, probably the best performance of this whole trios tournament so far. So they're looking very scary. Rodents had one of the best performances of round one. They unfortunately are coming off a loss to Self-Deprecating, which they still played very well in there. It was a very close match. So I'm really excited. I think this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. Two exciting matches, both 1-1 teams. Trios is fun. Trios always seems a little laid back, but I'm sure these teams want to win. Let's bring the players in, starting with Rodents of unusual sizes, Javi Madden, Will Cohen, Matthew Chen. Guys, you're playing a team that is as titanic as Grumpy Old Men. How are you feeling going into this match? Because I know you guys are also very skilled in your own right.
Bad. I feel bad. Jason, I would have rather literally any other team. No, I'm fine. It's all good. This is fun. I don't do this for like praise or like I want to win so bad. Like I'm doing this just because it's like, I don't know. Trios is fun. Melee is fun if I don't have to prep for it. So cool.
Yeah, I really want to make a Titanic versus iceberg joke, but I'm not entirely sure we're the iceberg here. I'm not really sure how like melee math works, but I'm pretty sure like after our last match, I don't see how the hell like we came even close to a point accuracy proximity to these guys after nearly all three of their players in their last match got perfect rounds. So, we're here, whether or not this is our last match or not. I couldn't be more proud of these two gentlemen, to my left and right here. We were thrown together, but we had instant chemistry. It showed in our first match. Let's see if we can replicate that chemistry and go out swinging. Let's go, guys.
Yeah, I think Will said it better than anything I will say. So, let's just get started.
That's fair. Let's bring in your opponents, Brian Michaels, Tony Durso, Jeremy Adams. Look, it's been alluded to already, but the last game you guys played, you guys put up a disgusting victory against USA in Big Doodoo now. Like they said, all three of you guys almost got 3 perfect rounds. Did very impressive in round 2. You must be feeling pretty good coming into this match. But I also know I don't believe we've had any like matchups between these guys before. Actually, I take that back. Jeremy's played Matthew. I believe Tony's played Will. So there should be fun.
Played all 3 of them.
That's fair. How are you guys feeling?
I'm feeling great. It's been too long. I've been so excited to play with Tony and Brian again. It's so much fun, and yeah, the last match it felt really great. But these are 3 really good guys. They have some strengths in the fandom areas that are a little outside for us. So you never know how it's going to go. But I think that we can do great like we did before, and it's just awesome to be able to play.
It's past my bedtime, so
I could tell Tony was tired.
I literally was asleep before this. Had to set my phone to make sure I didn't sleep through the match, literally. And so, yeah, I'm just going to hope I stay awake. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to apologize in advance. I'm playing this on my phone from a hotel with spotty internet, so hopefully everyone can be patient with me. But I'm looking forward to this. I think it'll be fun. I'm surprised they didn't say in their own promo, but I think it was Javi that pointed out that this is of mice and men. This is a matchup that's fated to be.
Let's do it.
That's true.
Who
Love
wins
that,
in
and,
the pool? I haven't seen
And
it.
I will say to everyone who does the schedules here, we very much appreciate Brian for taking the time out of his vacation to play. But I say we just jump right into the match. Round number one is going to work like this. It is our whiteboard round. Competitors will have 15 seconds to write the answers on their board once they hear the question. After which, when we say pens down, you will reveal your answer. Answer all 8 questions right, you will receive a bonus question. Throughout the entirety of the match, competitors get 3 repeats and 1 challenge. Teams, any questions before we head into round number 1?
No, good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Sounds good. Then your first question will come to you in the category of directors. Who directed Labyrinth? Dylan, do you remember that thing in the mid 2000s where it was follow the dot on the maze, try to keep track, and then it would just scream at you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck that video. Not fun.
Fuck that. Although it did give that one video of the guy punching through his monitor while reacting to it. So that was kind of cool.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Matthew will go to you.
I said Frank Oz.
We will go to Brian.
I went Jim Henson.
We will go to Will.
I also went Jim Henson.
We will go to Tony.
I had Frank Oz and then changed to Jim Henson.
We will go to Javi.
Yeah, it's between the two. I said Jim Henson.
We will go to Jeremy.
You remind me of the Jim Henson.
You are correct because the answer is Jim Henson. Jim Henson.
I was between the two.
Yeah, me too,
That's-
buddy.
So your next question will come in the category of the 2010s. What is the profession of Bill Hader's character in Trainwreck?
Now, I don't think this match is going to become a train wreck. But the last match we filmed before this,
Oh man, this chaos.
lots of you're putting
Good
Zoe
match.
Montenegro and Robert Castner in a call in. Oh boy.
Good match,
Just
but it was exhausting.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Pens down, Brian. Sorry. Do you have anything? No. Okay.
Not in time, no.
Will?
Hopefully I didn't go too specific. I said sports physical therapist.
We will go to,
That's a doctor.
we will go to Javi.
Okay, I also said doctor.
We will go to Jeremy.
Sports physician / doctor.
We will go to Matthew.
I didn't know this. I said cop.
Okay, the answer we have is sports doctor or doctor. So I will only be accepting Tony, Javi, and Jeremy unless Rodents would like to challenge.
Well, a physical therapist is a doctor, and so
I'm fine throwing out the challenge.
I would be more
Yeah.
than willing to challenge this because
Mm-hmm.
so I kind of want to challenge this.
Is that a challenge?
All right, back to the challenge. We looked it up. Physical therapist and doctor, there are 2 distinct different things. So unfortunately, we'll not be getting the points. Grumpy Old Men has the lead 5-3, and Rodents have lost their challenge. So your next question will be coming to you in the category of musicals. What musical featured the songs 96,000, Blackout, and Alabanza? Oh, Dylan, you know what Alabanza reminds me of?
What?
The desert island in One Piece, Alabasta. That's where the Straw Hat Pirates go to. You know what? I won't do this. I won't get on One Piece lore about how they go to fight Baroque works.
You should talk more about Gara.
With the Gum Storm. 5, 4, 3,
What?
2, 1. Pens down. I love how that's always how you react whenever I talk about it. To you,
Sorry,
Who?
Will.
In the Heights.
We will go to Tony.
Oh, good. In the Heights.
We will go to Javi.
Said rent.
We will go to Jeremy.
In the Heights.
We will go to Matthew.
In the Heights.
And we will go to Brian.
In the Hiegfits.
In the Heights or in the Heights is correct.
All right. So then your next question will come in the category of everyone's favorite Oscars. Name 2 of the 4 films to win an acting Oscar for films released in 2019.
Gonna give him a little extra time on this one.
Sure.
I will say, I didn't want to say this while we were asking the question, but obviously with my AC going out again, my life has been a little bit like In the Heights.
Ah, yes, I can understand
Very,
that.
very sweaty, if you will.
I'll say I'm not a big musicals guy, but I do love that movie. It's
Really.
quite good. Yeah.
The 96,000 number in general is like
Yes.
perfect. I'm going to count them down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Tony will go to you.
Joker and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
We'll go to Hobby.
Yeah, I just said Joker. I don't know.
We'll go to Jeremy.
Yeah, I messed up and just said Joaquin Phoenix.
Matthew.
I said Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Marriage Story.
We'll go to Brian.
Joker and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
We will go to Will.
I wasn't aware that we needed more than one, so I said Joker.
Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Marriage Story are all correct. We also would have accepted Judy.
So were you asking for one of them, or did you need two of them?
Two.
You said name 2 of the 4.
Okay.
So Brian and Tony and Hobby and Matthew got those right.
Yeah.
Your next question will be coming to you in the category of the 19.
Wait, didn't Javi just said Joker?
Did you say
Yeah, I think
Javi
Javi
again?
just
I
said
didn't get it.
Javi just said Joker.
Yeah, Matthew, Brian, and Tony got that right.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, you said Javi before, so
Okay, yeah, I caught it right when you did.
Next question in the category of the 1980s. In Thief, Frank is a professional safecracker that specializes in high-profile heists of what specific item? Dylan, real quick, what do you have the score at?
I have Grumpy Old Men in the lead 10-6.
Okay, just want to make sure. Thank you so much.
Yes.
You ever stolen anything back in your day?
Yeah.
Fun to just admit the crimes.
not the limit to on camera.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We are at Hobby. Hobby, we'll go to you.
I don't know, diamonds?
And we'll go to Jeremy.
Oh my God.
Diamond.
And we'll go to Matthew.
Yeah, I blanked.
We will go to Brian.
Where are the diamonds?
We will go to Will.
I don't know, diamonds?
We will go to Tony.
Diamonds.
The game has started, everyone. Hobby's just, I don't know. Diamond is correct.
All right. So your next question will come in the category of drama. Rafe Fiennes, John Turturro, and Paul Scofield all star in what 1990s drama?
Schofield is a fun name.
It is.
Sounds like a like you can imagine someone having like a Schofield 76, but that just sounds like a name of a gun.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Do you own any guns, Dylan?
That I won't admit to on Kitten. No,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Now I have a feeling what you were stealing. Jeremy,
Quiz show.
we'll go to Matthew.
I said The English Patient.
We'll go to Brian.
Quiz show.
We'll go to Will.
Yeah, I can't believe I missed this. I said English patient.
We will go to Tony.
Quiz show.
We will go to Hobby.
And I said the English patient.
Correct. Grumpy Old Men hated that. We head into your penultimate question in the category of romance. What 70s romance film centers around a middle-aged television writer dating a teenager?
Ooh, going like that.
And a single joke.
I'll say I'm looking at further down in this round. I'm starting to get a little nervous.
Yeah. Gonna ask some writers. Do some searching for us, please.
Yeah.
We got 2 of them watching backstage. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Matthew will go to you.
I said Manhattan.
We will go to Brian.
I know it's wrong, but I won't hear all them on.
And we will go to Will.
Well, glad to know it's wrong, because I also said Harold the Mod.
We will go to Tony.
It's all about the context clues. What kind of a creep would do that? Manhattan.
Yeah. We'll go to you.
Yeah, I should have hit the context. It was His Girl Friday. I have no idea what that's even
And we will go
about.
to Jeremy.
Yeah, close.
Yes, he was always creepy. Manhattan.
Yeah, Tony, everything Tony said is correct. Manhattan is correct.
All right. So as we get into your final question, round number 1, I believe if Tony hits this question, he will have a perfect round. So your question in the category of classics. What war is Sergeant York set during?
All comes down to, can Tony name a war? Ooh, thank you, writers. What the fuck? Okay.
You might have jumped the gun on that one a bit.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to make this interesting. Hobby, we'll go to you.
Yeah, great. That's really good. I don't know. American Civil War. No, cool.
We're going to go to Jeremy.
World War I.
We're going to go to Matthew.
World War One.
Great.
We're going to go to Brian.
I had World War II.
We're going to go
So I had World War II.
and for the perfect round, Tony.
World War One.
Yes.
For the perfect round, World War
Tony.
I is correct. So with that, we are going to be asking Tony a bonus question. This will be going to you and only to you. Just give us 1 second.
I think we got it. I think we're good.
Here we go. Tony, your bonus question. You do not have to use your whiteboard. Margot Robbie, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Samuel L. Jackson have all played characters that have fought what kind of animal? Five, 4, 3.
Bat?
That is unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for a snake.
Snake, yeah.
Films being Babylon and the films Arnold Schwarzenegger and Samuel L. Jackson have fought a snake. But anything can happen. Round number 2, also known as our wheel round. Competitors will get a spin at the wheel, in which case they will receive 5 questions, each worth 2 points apiece. Check down the multiple choice. They will devalue that question down to 1 point. If you don't like what you spin your first time, you are opted to respin, but you must keep whatever you land on for that second spin. But be on the lookout because stealing is involved. Your categories on your lovely wheel tonight are
90s action, fandom animation, biopics, horror, 1990s, 2010s, family, and war.
Grumpy Old Men, you are in the lead 20-10. Would you like to go first or second?
You want to defer?
Sure.
Why not? I can
Got
sleep.
All right, then. Rodents of unusual sizes. This will be your first spin.
Can I get score check as well, please?
20-10. We're in the category of family. Would you keep it or spin again?
I think I think this is a category that I think we can do good in, but we also need to cover a lot of ground here.
Yeah, I'm fine spinning again. If it was just me and like there was only general categories, this is probably the one I'd take. But yeah, I think between the three of us, we just need just a bigger round. So I'm fine spinning again. It's up to Matthew though.
Can you scroll down just because I want to check? Like, I feel like this is on the higher end of categories.
I'm kind of with Matthew. I think like with the type of films that typically are in here, I think this is like in like the upper echelon of our better categories.
You know what? Yeah, I think I think we take it just because between the three of us, I think we span a good amount of different spots. Also, if we lose on family, we lose on family. You know, let's go out on our terms.
Okay,
let's do it.
All right, so family. Dylan, why don't you give them their categories in the give them their questions in the category of family?
All right. So your first question in the category of family. In which 2000s family film does a father have to relocate his family after getting hired to be a football coach at Northwestern University?
That's Cheaper by the Dozen.
Yeah, it is.
Cool.
Yeah, go for it.
Cheaper by the Dozen. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who stars as Stephanie Speck in Short Circuit?
Oh, do you know
Lady from Breakfast Club, the
Ali Sheedy?
Outcast one. Ali Sheedy, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
It's I'm like 90% sure.
Ali Sheedy, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right,
Nice
let's go,
hobby.
And your third question. In Babe, why couldn't Farmer Hoggett use Rex, the sheep... Sorry, let me try it again. In Babe, why couldn't Farmer Hoggett use Rex in the sheepdog competitions?
Because he was like recently neutered.
Yeah, go for it if you think.
Go for it.
I haven't
No.
seen it. So.
He was
I haven't
recently neutered, final answer.
That is incorrect, Grumpy Old Men, for the 2-point steal.
Pretty sure he broke a leg.
I haven't seen this one, so sure.
Yeah.
I don't remember it, so go for it.
Okay. Yeah. I think the dog broke a leg. Final answer.
That is also incorrect. The answer we have here is he went deaf.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
No, we can't
Okay.
change it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's 100% incorrect, but we can't challenge it.
Was Rex a champion?
He had the makings of the greatest champion there ever was. But his hearing was never the same again. He'd never want anyone to know, but he's almost totally deaf. All this was barely a month before the Grand National Challenge. He tried his best, but he couldn't hear the boss's calls, and it slowed him.
Your next question. Catherine O'Hara, Forrest Whitaker, and Paul Dano provide voices for the creatures in what 2000s family film?
Where the Wild Things Are,
Okay.
right?
I think you're correct, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, Where the Wild Things Are, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Nice.
Now your final question in this category. In A Christmas Story, how was the family's Christmas dinner ruined?
A neighborhood dog broke in the house and ate everything.
Okay, sure.
Go ahead.
A dog tore apart a dog ate their dinner. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
I'm gonna challenge that, guys.
It was a whole bunch of dogs.
Yeah, we gotta challenge that. I'm sorry.
It was the Bumpuses. Yeah.
Yeah, it was multiple dogs, not a singular dog. It was like 8 dogs.
We'll be right back after the
Don't
challenge.
Yeah.
Is that a challenge?
All right, back from that challenge. A little bit of contention there. The host essentially decided that eaten by a dog. Technically, if something is eaten by dogs, it is eaten by a dog. So because specifically wasn't in the question, rodents are going to be getting that point. So it is 20-18, and Grumpy Old Men do lose their challenge. But we are going to be heading into Grumpy Old Men's first spin. In the category of war, would you like to keep it or spin again?
I'm personally feel
respin
good
it.
about it. Want to respin?
Well, I would respin if it was a solo match. If you guys both feel good about it, we can keep it though.
I feel good about it because there's something on here that I think could lose us points. Where I feel like this will get.
I guess they're less likely to steal these.
Yeah,
And I'm sure there'll be a rank question. There'll be a what war question. But yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think, Tony?
Yeah, I think, especially when we're in the position we're in, I think like even if we play conservatively, we're in good shape. So.
All right. Yeah, we'll take it.
All right, keeping war. I will be asking you your questions in the category of war. Grumpy Old Men, are you ready?
Yep.
Yeah, Jeremy, do you want to do final answers?
Yeah, I'll do the final answers.
Okay.
All right.
Your first question. Who directed 2017's Darkest Hour?
Is that Joe Wright?
Yeah,
Joe Wright?
Yeah, Joe Wright. Yeah, Joe Wright, final answer.
Correct for 2 points. Your second question. Characters nicknamed the Scrounger, the Forger, and Big X can be found in what war film?
That's The Great Escape. Yeah, The Great Escape, final answer.
Gosh darn it.
That's for 2 points. And I'm sorry, Javi. Your third question in the category of war. What sport did Captain Miller used to coach before he joined the military in Saving Private Ryan?
Do you guys remember this one?
Fucking movie every single time.
Yeah, I know what his profession was. I'm not.
Yeah, he was a teacher, but I don't remember what he coached.
Yeah.
I have guesses, but
We'll go to multiple on this.
5, 4.
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options. Is it A, football, B, soccer, C, baseball, or D, boxing?
I mean, I think it was baseball, but I'm not 100% sure.
That was my first guess.
Yeah.
I like baseball
Go
most
for it.
out of those in general.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. We'll go baseball final answer.
That is correct for 1 point. Your penultimate question in the category of war. In Jarhead, Fergus accidentally sets fire to a crate full of flares while Swoford's unit is throwing a party to celebrate what holiday?
Yeah, I don't know. You guys got anything?
I've seen this movie. I saw this movie in theaters, but it's a pretty forgettable
it was a
movie,
long-
frankly.
All right. Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple options. Is it A, the 4th of July, B, New Year's Eve, C, Thanksgiving, or D, Christmas?
My first thought was Christmas. Just for some reason, I thought I remembered a Christmas hat, but I could be completely misremembering that.
It's as good as anything I have.
You want to go for that?
Yeah.
Why not?
Christmas final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
a good one, Brian.
Yeah.
I just could picture a Santa hat.
And your final question in the category of war. What war comedy is about a bombardier who tries to be declared as mentally ill in order to be sent home from battle in World War II?
Catch-22? I know it's got Alan Arkin trying to be declared mentally ill,
It is? Okay.
but I don't know if it's bombardier or that kind of thing.
Roberts is kind
5,
of similar, but I think you're
4,
right.
3.
Catch 22, final answer.
And that is correct for 2 big points. A
Thank you,
clean
Brian.
score category. So after that, Dylan, I have grumpy old men getting their score up to 28, rodents of unusual sizes being at 18. Is that what you have?
That is what I have, yeah.
All right, but anything can happen as we head into the round number 3, also known as the Pick Your Poison round. Before the match, competitors went back and forth drafting categories that will appear in this round, and now they will draft back and forth again to decide what categories they will be answering from. The categories drafted were animation, 1980s, 2010s, 1990s, comic book movies, actors and actresses, fandom, and crime. The competitors will draft right now. All right, we are back. Your competitors have chosen all their categories. Rodents of unusual sizes, you guys do have. You are in a scenario where you got to hit all 4 of your questions. What would you like to take for your 1 point?
We'll take 80s for our 1 point.
80s for 1 point. All right, I will give you your 1 point in the category of 80s. Who plays Dr. Moonlight Graham in Field of Dreams?
Is that the main character, or is it Kevin Costner? Because I mean, close.
Was James Earl Jones in that? Because for some reason that's what's
Maybe.
stuck in my
Let's
head.
take a repeat.
We can
Repeat, please.
Yeah.
This is your first repeat. Who plays Dr. Moonlight Graham in Field of Dreams?
I think James
Yeah.
Earl Jones would be in it. So
Yeah,
if you want-
it seems like Kevin Costner would probably be a little bit too easy at this level.
I don't. Yeah,
I
I don't
know
think
it's
it's
a 1, but it's
Yeah, because isn't his dad Shoeless Joe Jackson?
sure.
So then his last name would probably be Jackson.
Okay,
5.
go for it.
James Earl Jones, final answer.
And your
Sorry, guys.
winner,
Okay.
grumpy old men. We were looking for Burt Lancaster.
Oh.
Burt
Okay.
Lancaster was looking forward. So we are going to be moving into post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second place finishers tonight. Rodents, it really just comes down to, I think, grumpy old men just played an incredible round 1, and it's hard to come back from a 10-point deficit like that. You did really well in family. You went 8 for 10 there. but they also win 8 for 10 in their war categories. No, you guys aren't feeling probably the greatest. How are you feeling?
So the one thing I'm really frustrated about is the question that we missed in family, because the reason why Rex, the male dog, is not available to be the sheep herder, the vet says, well, I can snip him, but that will make him useless as a herding dog. But by that point, we had lost our challenge, so we couldn't actually challenge him. So is what it is. The answer in the doc was just flat out wrong. But what are you gonna do? Aside from that, they did exactly what I was fearing that they were going to do. So we just did what we do best, and that's persevere. We persevered as long as we could. Unfortunately, the questions just didn't roll our way.
And I think like as we like showed in round 2, we kind of like covered each other's bases on the family questions. Like we each hit something, and so because I don't think either of us were gonna hit Ali Sheedy if it weren't for Hobby for knowing that.
Right.
So yeah, I just unfortunately was because of round 1, and we were expecting that.
Yeah. We talked about this throughout both challenges. I say I don't care about this. Cody's right that it's like I say it too much. I like playing Melee. I do want that to be clear. Like when I say I don't care, it's not like, oh man, I dragged into another one of these. Like no, it's I don't put in the work for it. And but other than that, I love playing it. Like it's a way for me to relax. I like trivia in general. I've seen some movies, so that's cool. If we would have landed on Fandom Animation, maybe we would have been able to. Maybe I would have been of more help. I don't know. But it's just like, I try to specialize in one specific thing, and, it didn't come up today, and that's okay. They played great. Yeah. Good for Grumpy Old Men. They're all 3 great players, and our team just consists of 2 really good players,
I think the only other thing I'm really sad about is I'm not going to be able to play with these 2 guys again. These 2 guys are amazing. I really feel like we really gelled well together. Like I've been watching all the trios match. I just don't see any other team who had our chemistry going into this. So I told you guys at the beginning on the side leading up to this, win or lose, I'm proud of you boys, and I am absolutely proud of you.
Thanks. And who knows, maybe next year if we do trios, we'll get spun again together. Probably not. The likelihood is unlikely, but maybe.
All right. Like I was gonna say, this does put an end to your guys' trios run. It was great having you guys. Thank you so much. But we are going to be moving on to post-match interviews with your winner tonight, Jeremy Adams, Brian Michaels, Tony Durso. You guys played an incredible game. I think just once again, just showing how I think that first loss you guys had in this tournament was a fluke. You guys have been absolutely destroying these last 2 matches going forward. How are you guys feeling after this victory tonight?
I mean, we had some stuff going against us. Brian, is valiantly playing remotely, and Tony is, got woken up from being asleep, which I've done on many a match, so I know how that goes. But I just think, we love playing together and we complement each other well. There were multiple times tonight where, one player kind of kicked in knowledge for the other guys. Brian really coming in. I think maybe you were, feeling a little bad in round 1, Brian, but you came in clutch in round 2 and a couple real big questions. So that was really awesome. And then I just personally feel kind of good about the 80s strategy in the last round. I kind of felt that, that could help us because, some of those movies, if you haven't, grown up watching them a million times, like I know we have with movies like Field of Dreams, if that's not your era, sometimes those 1-pointers can get you. So, but those guys were great. They're good players, and if there had been more Fandom stuff that we were trying everything we could to not pull, and we got lucky there. But if it had gone the other way, it would have been a little more like our first match.
Yeah, I felt like round 1 is usually where we usually kind of do our best, and kind of that's how we need to do to win is kind of get that lead in the first round. So the second one we're not so up against the wall. I didn't do as well in round 1 as I would like to have. If I got one more point, we could have knocked him out. But glad a couple of questions in round 2 were in my wheelhouse. I was able to get those, and yeah, just have fun playing these guys. We'll see what's next.
Yeah.
Tony wants to sleep. Tony wants to sleep.
Going forward, who do you want to play in your next trios match?
I really wish I could remember who all the trios teams.
Yeah, right. I don't know who's still in this.
There's some great players from.
Do you know who our next potential matchups are?
We unfortunately do not.
Okay.
There's lots of Kalebs out there, and other people. There's something like that. No, we're up for whatever come. I know it's going to be some tough matches coming up, and I think we'll be ready for it.
It'd be nice eventually to get our loss back.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. Dylan, final thoughts to wrap up this match.
I almost remembered to unmute myself there. I didn't say any words this time. Anyways, there's another really solid performance from Grumpy Old Men. I mean, yeah, they've been really just bulldozing their way through the consolation bracket, I believe is what Mark called it. I like what we're calling that. They've been playing very impressively. This is another scary performance from them. Rodents, I mean, unfortunately, it was just the thing with trios is like if you fall, there's like a greater chance to fall behind in round number 1, considering there's just more players on each team. So like there could be way higher point differentials. And yeah, unfortunately, Rodents had to fight back from a 10-point deficit, which is a really tough thing to come back from. But they still forced around number 3, which I think was very solid. And I enjoyed seeing them play in trios. So yeah, it was fun seeing them. But yeah, I'm excited to see how Grumpy Old Men does moving forward.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of insulted Brethren Corp by saying that Grumpy Old Men's loss to them was a little bit. I apologize, Jake, Joe, Koho. You guys are a great team. You guys are great. I know some contentious challenges happened this match. I know there was a question that couldn't be challenged. I actually looked backstage to make sure if we did have the right answer. Thankfully, we did. But yeah, shout out to Grumpy Old Men. They played a phenomenal match. But on behalf of Jeremy, on behalf of Ryan, on behalf of Tony, on behalf of Matthew, on behalf of Will, on behalf of Halabi, on behalf of everyone here at Multiplex Movie Melee, I'm Payson the Cinemaster Johnson. That's Dylan Vicious Fantine. Have a great night.
Goodbye. Later.
After you, Junior. You'll always have Paris.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll wait?
You've been taken.
Bye.